I'm hanging out with Ashley, Shari, Asonica, and a few of the other girls, and oh, Morgan too. And we're all groups like hanging out, taking pictures, talking, drinking. Everybody's lit. Uh, then it's time to go. So we head outside, and now Rick's trying to make a scene to be a dickhead, and he's him and what's that bitch's name? Medusa kissing up on each other, and me and KB are just like, I'm like, we could have really had the good feelings, but you know, like we wanted to be good people, and then we come out here and these ones try to be and I could have been a whole dickhead, but I didn't want to go that route. Like I was trying to keep it 100, and then from the energy I was getting when I got on the couch, and with talking too much, I was already ready to shut shit down. So I had an attitude, and nobody wanted me to mollywop her or drag her across the stage, but everyone allowed her to talk her shit and make it seem like she was being classy. And I'm just like, stop with know that I'm here and I'm keeping it 100 because I have a low tolerance for the nonsense. But you guys are expecting me to deal with it, and that's not gonna happen. So that's the energy y'all got from me. I was ready to set it off, and everybody was trying to have me calm down while being disrespected. What did you think about Rick kissing Medina? I thought it was extremely disrespectful. And at that point, if I grabbed KB's, then y'all would have been super upset. People would have been upset, disrespectful, I'm wilding out. But that was kind of how I was feeling. I was like, yo, I should do something bizarre and disrespectful, because if that's the game you want to play, what I should have done was be all up in KB's face, because Rick would have had a heart attack and y'all would have been picking him up off the stage, and that's the real tea. Because the thing is, his intentions were to hurt feelings by being all up on Medina, because he knows how I feel about that. And then the way they say, he says, did I do good? Was that good? Like, why do you sound like you being potty trained? Why do you sound like a little bitch? Why? You see you and Rick working out in the future. Hell to the nah, 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 nah. I'm gonna find that little song and play it right now. No, absolutely not. Do I see us working it out? No, I'm so past that. I need a rich nigga 6 figures. That's my type. That's my type. That's my You know why I say that? I say that because guys are so stressful and put so much pressure on women to be so perfect and do this and do that, but they will waste your time and not contribute much to your life. And for me, if you're going to be in my space and in any way stress me out or have me bothered and even just a tad bit uncomfortable, it needs to be beneficial to me. And it needs to be beneficial to me at the point where now financially is it beneficial? Like, I just need to next level my dating experience to the point where instead of dealing with pain, I'm dealing with luxury, a luxurious life where I'm good to go. You know, stressing that comparison to stressing over broke boys, and I can't. Y'all getting tea. Y'all are getting tea. I have nothing to ask, just sending love for keeping it real, Ashley G. Lisette, you are appreciated. You are a true Goldie, and I love you. Hey girl, I'm sick too, laugh out loud. But could you please address why Rick kissed Medina at the reunion? He kissed her because he just wanted to be messy and have me in my feelings. He knew that that would send me over and that it would make up, I guess he was just trying to get his balls back from his boys for the fact that he took me back after I cheated on Temptation Island. You know, everyone in Boston has something to say about that. And so for him, he was just trying to collect his balls. Not sure if it's too late, but do you ever see yourself being with Rick in the future again? Y'all are really trying it. This ain't J-Lo and Diddy. We're not hoping for the, like, no. People move on. They do break up, and they go in different directions and live sometimes better lives. And in my sake, this is definitely a better vibe, a better life. LA just feels so much better. The energy, the frequency here, everything is just vibrant. This is the first time in a very long time that I've had a roommate, but I have one of the best people as my roommate, Ashley H. Y'all love her, but I really love her. And she gets me, so it's just, it's perfect because I respect Kate. KB's aggressive behavior towards you, that arguing he did with you was on a different level. So yeah, that KB argument, that was something else. I hated that Rick tried to speak on it because I thought it was pretty fake. Like, we've had arguments like that, and you don't have those same rules for yourself, so cut it out. But when it comes to KB, you know, we were drunk, we were intoxicated, we were fed up, we had arguments before too. So this one just got really big because when he came to apologize to me, I wasn't hearing it. And you know, then surprise, surprise, the next day was eliminations. And all day he was just like, you know, I'm not going to get shut down by her on camera again, trying to apologize to her. So he really just left me alone, and I never walked over to him. I never let him apologize. You know, Kareem tried to clear it up between us, and you could just feel the tension in the house. And I was like, okay, yeah, it's really time for him to go. This shit is done. And so, yeah. From that point on, I was able to really focus on the reason that I came there. Medina. Who? What I would have done differently is party harder. I would have probably been in Jose's face a lot more. To the point where the camera crew wouldn't be able to keep all of the Jose and Ashley action off the show. Just in the beginning, like one of the first days, he like kissed me, and then it went downhill from there because it was like KB came out of nowhere and was like, yeah, you're not doing that. Are you friends with Asonica? Of course, that's my boo. I called her my wife because we fight and make up. Why are you hating on Medina? I was never hating on Medina. She actually followed me a while ago on Instagram, and then she posted some crazy shit to Rick and was being disrespectful after I decided I was gonna follow her. You know, she's trying to get my attention to then be an asshole, to then, you know, post me in her story all the time, to talk shit, to just be messy. And so, you know, she was an Instagram thug. And then all of a sudden, when we were at the reunion, she was just unaware of her behavior and why I was so hyped up and ready to knock her out. And I just found it really funny. So Ben's Q&A on Reddit, I heard all about it and I addressed him, and he knows that he's lying. Okay guys, I've returned from cooking some food. I made spaghetti, sprinkled a little crispy bacon on top of the minced meat with the bomb pepper sauce. Super basic. I'm too sick to be doing anything more than that. I needed a meal that was gonna be cooked, okay? Ashley, I'm recording my video. Don't fuck it up. And I feel like the reasoning for that was because he did, you know, he's still hurting. He wanted to get back at me for embarrassing him on TV, and for, you know, his friends and family members seeing what they saw on TV and being disgusted. And I mean, we all deal with our pain in different ways. I can't say that for him. I don't know what he's doing. I don't care. Y'all don't have to update me. Y'all don't have to tell me. Like, I don't care. What is the most dramatic or wild thing from the season we didn't see on TV? That would be the day that me and Asonica thought we were Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. And I was Cardi. I threw a shoe. KB picked me up. This is when we weren't even speaking. He jumped out of the pool, lunged towards me, picked me up, swung me over his shoulder, dragged me outside, and it was a really petty argument, but everything gets intensified in the house, cooped up on top of each other, and after a while you kind of like explode with emotions and you're just over it. Of course, me and Asonica, we're like sisters, so like sisters fight, sisters make up, and we never put our hands on each other. But yeah, that's something that definitely happened. Get too out of line. It was just like, oh my god, shut up, blah blah blah. And then I was like lunging towards her, and before I could do anything, KB came out of nowhere like Superman, threw me over his shoulders and walked my ass outside, and Ashley followed with him, and they both calmed me down. Anything else happened that didn't? A couple scenes, intimate scenes with KB. This is another question similar to the last one, but I would say not one of the biggest, but I guess just something else that you guys missed. We had a lot of parties, and one of our parties, we had a board with all of these like raunchy like things on it, actions that you had to do. And so we would like take a dice or something and roll it on the board, and whatever it landed on, you had to do that. But we were going around in the circle. So if it landed on a guy, it landed on a guy. Meanwhile, I'm sitting on KB's lap for this. And I remember we're going around in the circle, and I think it landed on like Chris G, and then it landed on like probably Kareem, but I could pick between Kareem and Asonica. So I looked like whipped cream off of Asonica. I remember some of the girls had to kiss. The guys were like enjoying it. Some people got lap dances. I remember, I think I lap danced KB. Yeah, for sure. I believe that. Oh, and there was another party where Jose and I, he like put whipped cream on my body. I had to lick it off, so he's licking it off, and he's laughing so much, and Jose is drinking. So Jose's laughing, he's looking it off me, and then he's like, and he like, while he laughs, it just splashes all over me. And I was so mad, but we made up. We also had a talent show that y'all missed. So Jose was an impersonator, and he, his action as if he was me, pretending to be me, he saw KB was standing in the corner, and he ran after KB. And this was right after I expressed to Jose that I hated how they were trying to make it seem like I was chasing after KB all the time. Like, I don't even check for him that hard. Like, we're just here, like, we're like having a good time, but we're drawn to each other. We already smashed, so we just hang out with each other naturally. Why y'all making it seem like I chase after him? And right after we had that conversation, we had a talent show, and that's what he did. So I was pissed. So yeah, then I was mad at him. And then I took KB on a date instead of Jose. So Jose was mad at me. Are you dating? If so, who? I will never tell. I will never tell. To be honest, I mean, there are people in my phone that I talk to. But the thing is, I feel like it's very important that I take this time to heal and do me and have a good time with my roomie and a friend, Ashley, and just get familiar with LA and, you know, see what else is out here as far as like opportunities go. What did you think about Rick not getting called out about what happened in his bedroom? I love you, Goldies, because this to me was so interesting. I read a couple media takes on what happened at the reunion. Not one time was that mentioned. Not one time was it showed at the reunion. I don't recall. And I just thought it was really messy because it shows that they wanted to paint a picture that I was the villain and that he's done nothing wrong. I think it's pretty fucked up. So that's my take on that, and that's the real tea. And I'm just happy that you guys see it and call it out for what it is, because those actions were still actions of cheating, and regardless of what I did in the beginning, he still allowed that, and we don't know when they stopped recording or what happened before or after.
This video was so long, but I had to cut it short. I just want to release positive energy into 2020. I love you, Goldies. Please subscribe.